I think my work kind of brings out the client's personality with my own intent as well. I'd say it's a little bit more playful, a little bit more organic feeling at the same time too. Kind of fun and whimsical. Definitely an edge, a little modernized design. If a room looks too perfect, it's probably wrong. So I love to just kind of bring in something weird, something a little off, and to me, that alone does wonders for a space. We do a lot of new construction homes, large-scale remodels in and around the Milwaukee area, but also outside of our state. Clients that will pull us in for vacation homes and second or third homes. My name is Anna Miles. I am an interior designer at Peabody's Interiors, and we are located in Milwaukee, Wisconsin. Today we're in beautiful Waupun, Wisconsin, in a cute little subdivision. This house was a new construction project. The homeowners, they're empty nesters, kind of entertaining their family. So it's not really a big entertainment house. Bunch of farmlands, beautiful greenery, and we just wanted to play off of that natural, bringing that outside into our spaces. The directive of building this house was to make it feel like it's been here for a while. That was the very first thing my client said to us, like, hey, we love the look of English Tudor. We want to bring that old architecture in, but let's just give it a little modern flair to it because that's their style, and I think we nailed it. Hi, welcome to Birdie Boulevard. Come on in. So when you first walk into this beautiful home, we created an entryway with a soft curve to the wall. We wanted to have its own little space, but we also wanted it to be welcoming and inviting to the next space that we travel into. So you'll see our beautiful ceilings here. They're 14-foot ceilings, and we actually paired that with a custom finish on our wall paneling. It's a little bit more of a cozy space. We wanted it to feel bigger, so we paired it with a really large floor mirror that we mounted up higher. So for an entryway, it's kind of one of those pass goes, check yourself out. We also paired it with a console here to just give a little drop zone, but keep it really clean and tidy. And underneath is a bunch of stools. On the floor here is a Persian rug that we sourced out locally at one of our vendors. The bigger challenges of our project, it was sourcing this big door. It's a custom metal door made here in Waupun. So we actually accented it with a very large handrail so that when you grab it at different heights, it's actually accessible. It's heavy. It's a heavy door. We wanted a color on the walls that looked aged, and we actually water popped it. So this is white oak water popped, and by a custom finisher. He did an outstanding job. We actually paired that with our ceiling color as well, so those two harmoniously go hand in hand with our finishes. And it looks really great off of our maple flooring. So while a client feels like they should do all the same types of wood, I don't think you actually have to. You can blend your materials and it just looks like a cohesive pattern. One really amazing detail in this foyer is our hidden wall that houses our powder room, which has one of our beautiful Anzacs tiles displayed right on the wall itself. The tile on this wall is the Idris by at Manos. We did it in the hex so that it kind of plays like this woven pattern. It's beautiful just displayed on a wall. You can use it as a backsplash as well. We needed it to be a focal point, so we put it behind this floating vanity and paired it with some Callista legs on this floating vanity that turned out outstanding. As we walk into our great room here, you'll see the space that's really grand. That's kind of your traditional Tudor style. So while you've got this really great architecture, we played around with doing a little bit more traditional style furniture. A nice, beautiful velvet sectional for entertaining, lounging. A special piece in this space that I just absolutely adore was this old Biscayne cabinet. It kind of brings in that traveled piece that just kind of went along with the family. We went with a darker finish on it because we wanted it to kind of stand out and be proud. My lovely windows. These are all custom Pella windows. We did a lead tape on the profile of the window panes themselves. We wanted it to feel like it's been there for a little bit also with that lead tape addition to it. But also we didn't want to obstruct from the view from outside, which is why we did these big windows. We've got a beautiful prairie just kind of on the edge here, and it's something part of like an art piece to me, where we want to bring that outside in. We paired these big windows in here with our drapery panels that are about 14 feet long, keeping with that monochromatic tone so that it's very usable for, you know, time and time again. And we have these higher up transoms that just bring in more natural light. That goes into another room in our sunroom that is more of that indoor-outdoor living. Welcome to our sunroom. Such a beautiful, elegant space. You know, they wanted to use this room as more of a coffee room, sitting in here, enjoying a cup of coffee in the morning, listening to the birds. We've got some really great pieces from Century Furniture. We've got a beautiful swivel chair here, more functional for the family with indoor-outdoor fabrics on there. A room that is really small in size, but like huge in functionality for them. But what's really interesting about this space also is our phantom screens that when they actually go up, they're hidden inside the casement itself. So when these are up, it is full panoramic views. I do want to take note of our ceiling detail in here. I feel like that's where people can lose their interest, and I think for us, we really wanted to accent that. And I think that just helps bring down that volume and make it feel a little bit more cozy. We'll take you into our kitchen and our dining room. So this table was custom designed for my clients. We needed a very large table by Heritage Beam and Board, and they just knocked it out of the park with this finish. And we paired it with some really simple chairs on the side chairs and popped it with a really cool design on their host chairs. And that kind of set the tone for what's happening now in our kitchen. This is a chef's kitchen, a true chef's kitchen. We wanted this to feel like you can come in and use it and not feel like you needed to like immediately clean up. We wanted the appliances to kind of be hidden, and we did that by fully integrating the appliances with our wood paneling tones. So you'll see that kind of continue around that curved wall and then right into our fully integrated refrigerator and freezer duo. So we found the perfect tile to kind of break up all of that wood tone that is happening in our space right now. And Millhouse did a great job with their cabinetry to help us really make this more seamless. And we picked a tile that both accented but also created a little bit of interest, a little pattern. This is the Swiss cross tile in linen, and it creates just a fun little backdrop. We really wanted to kind of feel like you're in this little glass dome here. So, you know, think about winters in Wisconsin and you've got the snow going, and she really wanted to feel like she's sitting in a snow globe, but also have her privacy. And so with that, we integrated blinds that are motorized, hidden in our trim kits here, and they just kind of diffuse that light and give them a little bit more privacy. One design trend that I did specifically for this client was to do our windowsills in the countertop material throughout the entire kitchen. We've got these really big windows. We wanted to use up every inch of that space for this natural sun that we're getting in here. And with that, my client loves her greens, loves to be outside. So we're bringing that outside in, giving her the opportunity to have some herbs in the windows or to showcase some plants and some flowers. We designed this kitchen around the island itself as well. My client really wanted to have a large space to do baking and to kind of stand around. And with that, we did a 4-inch mitered edge, which really creates some drama. The lighting is from Urban Electric. There are beautiful, just kind of statement pieces in here. And we decided to do 3, and these are suspended by rods. So custom rods, custom finish. We have majority lower cabinets and very little uppers. And so with these big windows, we had to get creative in our task lighting and how we're using the space and lighting it. So while you see in our larger windows, we actually have sconces on each mullion to kind of push that light down and give them more functional lighting to work on. And as you walk into our Butler's Pantry here, this is where we are highlighting that beautiful Belcaro lilac tile that is fluted. And that just has that beautiful like gray and lilac veining. We paired it with a granite countertop material here, just to kind of give it a little bit more of its own little special moment. We didn't want the granite to be, too bold. My client loves wallpaper. This is where we found it super fun to add that little bit of whimsical in here. There's tigers and leopards and monkeys and birds all in it, and it's such a monochromatic paper that I feel like it just pairs beautifully with this tile. All right, let's go into the office. So this space is designed for the idea of another living room potentially down the road, but we created a space that she could come and work and have her own little quiet time, hidden behind these passage doors. So again, just kind of keeping that wall paneling up and making this room a little bit more of a secret hiding space. We did a big mural wallpaper from Harlequin. I think it's 5 panels placed together. It's just a stunning backdrop. With this wallpaper, it kind of has those vertical lines happening. We wanted to mimic that also in our chandelier that you'll see. From Visual Comfort, it's a beautiful crystal. When it's dark outside and the lights are on, this is a nice cozy space for that as well. Let's go to the laundry room. This is one of my favorite spaces, and it's because it is so colorful, and this is her beautiful design as well. So if you think about my client, this is totally her. So the color on our cabinets is Farrow and Ball light blue, and we paired that with our downpipe trim that you'll still see throughout. We did a really nice quartzite product on our countertops. And what's really sweet is this little dog house. We created a water and a food dish with our leftover stone, just kind of used up every little inch of it, and a dog bed. And I want to show you a cute little trick here. We designed a dog door that is hidden within my door moldings, trims, and so it actually just comes right down. Boop. And you don't even see it. We went crazy with wallpaper in this space. We wanted it to feel really fun, and with that we put some birds on the ceiling in here. She wanted this room to just kind of feel homey to her. Right when you walk upstairs, it's our landing here, and it actually is the home to 3 different bedrooms. With these beautiful, like old Tudor homes, you're gonna have these dormers, and they kind of create a little bit of a challenge with our ceiling treatments. But I think we use this space really well. We got really creative on how we're going to design the layout of it. They actually use this room more often than they thought. So again, this is kind of just a little living room off of our bedrooms here, and more of a functional space to kind of just hang out in. Now we're going into the daughter's bedroom, and this is the room that we wanted to create a little bit more of that anthropology look. And so in that we did a really pretty green century bed, paired it with this beautiful brass chandelier from Visual Comfort. And on the floor, again, you'll see our Persian rug gallery. This rug, we took more of the antique look. So it's gonna be a little bit rougher on the foot, but it just gives that really vintage vibe that we're looking for. And we paired it with 2 antique chests on the ends. It's a fun old world room that we made a little bit more modern. This is her daughter's closet. And in this room, we have really a cool ceiling detail. We did wallpaper actually on the ceiling again in here, and paired it with a nice Visual Comfort fixture. In the daughter's bathroom, we did the Savoy tile in cottonwood, and we laid it in a herringbone pattern going this way. When you come around the corner here, we've got a soaking tub with our beautiful Mia tile that just kind of ties everything together. We paired it again with a wallpaper in here just to add some color. This room is its own little gem. I mean, this is where, the daughter could have fun with what she wanted and what I could give her that looked great and cohesive. In this space, we used 3 different Ansax tiles because we wanted them to be cohesive but also play differently. So we used a 12 by 24 in our tub, And then we used the herringbone pattern on our floor, which is a Savoy. And again, we paired that with our beehive pattern as a backsplash. Our cabinetry in here is a painted finish, and we did Farrow & Ball Studio Green. We included larger upper cabinets, and it just gives us that extra storage that we needed in here. This is the grandson's room, and he loves trains. He's such a boy. We wanted to create this room for him to like grow up in. We actually used an existing rug that she brought from her previous house. We have a Vanguard bed, some nightstands, just a nice playful room. This bathroom was designed to be able to use it from her grandson's bedroom and also from the loft. We have the St. Louis floor here from Ann Sachs on the floor, a 12 by 24. And we paired that with the Savoy and did a horizontal stack on that. So the Savoy that we picked out is actually the linen finish, and it's just a nice soft hue of a gray. So for me, this is more of just that neutral palette, and it's very easy to live with. A design detail that we included in this house was, how do you roll in a 12-foot Christmas tree and just roll it back into a closet? And we designed a closet based on the size of a Christmas tree. So you'll see that it is full Christmas storage for her, and it's right off of her first floor. Come on into the primary suite. The design intent of this space was to make it feel like it's a spa. You're kind of going into those really soft sea blues. The king bed that we put right between the two windows, and it's a beautiful century furniture piece paired with some century nightstands and also a dresser. You'll see that we have huge windows kind of throughout the entire house, and how we treated that and bring in a little bit of a cozy feel is with window treatments. The rug was our first selection in this entire space, and we knew that we wanted this palette based on the rug, so that we're designing from the floor up here. And what's really great about this rug is it has those two tones again, so you're gonna get a dark side and a light side, and we have this rug turned so that you see more of the dark side and that contrast. Come on into our primary suite, and this is where we have used that Pierre Noir. So our Belgian limestone continues all the way from our bathroom right into our walk-in shower. And we created that look so that it's just a seamless entry. And we paired that with our glacé. It's a large slab. We wanted to do very little grout joints in here. And it's just a beautiful foundation for like a large ceiling height shower. The arch entry was a design detail that we kind of mimicked in this space. We also have it in our walk-in closet. The conversation of having an arched right beside a straight door was very comical. So the client and I actually won this argument, and she wanted to have an arched door just to have that like softer feeling inside this space. So when you're in here, it's just a cozier, more relaxed look. We added a large window in this bathroom so that we could have that natural light. So this looked just about right to have a almost floor to ceiling window. The design challenge behind it is that you're super exposed in here. So what we did to kind of help ease that is to put in our blackout shade. In our primary suite, we used Waterworks Bond for our wall mount fixtures, and we had custom backplates made so that it hid all of the hardware itself. And it's just a really nice, simple look. We took the countertop and went up and just did a really nice, detailed backsplash. I want people to feel, as they walk into this house, still cozy. You know, typical English Tudors, you've got those really grand ceilings. So even in this 14-foot ceiling room, I wanted to feel cozy and welcoming, not like a magazine. And so I think as you walk through here, you'll kind of get that feeling as well. We're kind of just on this high still of like just finishing this beautiful masterpiece.